So just to talk a little bit about what's going on as I play with my dog here before I head to work. Trump did nothing to help us out. What he did was basically just quell the masses from rising up and, doing something about what was going to happen, during the Hillary Clinton Trump election back in 2016. All it did is just get us to trust the plan and, believe that, the military is coming in to do something, or police are here to save us. And let me tell you how it works. The police, the military are for the democracy. There's no reason why the people in the republic need an army or a military, because in the republic is where the rights exist. So we are God-fearing, gun-owning, freedom-loving, people. 300 million of us. That's an army. That's a police force. So in the republic, there's no police come save me. We have the right to defend ourselves. We self-govern in the republic. If you're in the republic, there's no calling the cops. So when they defunded the police, the Democrats and shit, they're tearing down the democracy and defunding police. Why didn't Republicans sit back and say, shit, go ahead. We're sitting back here with the rights, and the guns and the freedom, we're not budging. Tear down the democracy. But see, now with Trump out of the picture, telling, oh, hey, we got to support police, all this shit. It's like, no, we've got to step up and, be the ones to hold the democracy. Because the American people, the democracy belongs to the American people. The military is not going to save it for us or nothing like that. It's not gonna happen that way. So they're tearing down the democracy, and defunding police, and we're thinking, no, we can't have that happen. No. And now, when every Republican should have just sat back. Now you think they're going to defund police more with Biden? No, absolutely not. Now they're going to pump money into police. They're gonna build these police forces. This is a police state. This is the income into the police state, because all these riots were all orchestrated. The taking over the police precinct in Seattle. It was all BS. You go try to take over a police precinct right now and see what happens. You're gonna get smoked. All this is for show, people. All this stuff that's televised and talked about on the mainstream is 100% orchestrated. Okay? Because you know how Antifa's website, you go to Antifa.com, it goes back to the White House. But if you go talk to an actual Antifa member down in Portland, they're like, no, we don't support Joe Biden. We don't support, the Harris Biden campaign. We're not supporting that. It's about these prosecutors, about these police. And they're not the ones that are causing the destruction. All the destruction was caused by the establishment to get you to think these people are out here doing it and we need the police protection and all this fucking bullshit. And nope, absolutely not. Now they're going to be pumping just fucking ungodly amounts of money into militarizing the police. And this is going to be a police state. This is not a free country anymore. People will not stand up to the police in this country. See, because the republic is where we self-govern. So if we're driving, if we're moving down the street in our cars, and I don't care if I'm using the word driving or not. I don't speak legalese. I'm not speaking in commercial terms. You got to understand the difference between legal and illegal and lawful and unlawful. See, what's legal isn't always lawful, and what's illegal isn't always unlawful. See, the unlawful side, lawful, unlawful is for the republic, the right or wrong system. So you operate by rights, not wrongs. You're operating by right. So in the republic, you're not doing anything wrong unless somebody comes up and claims you've done wrong. There's no, oh, you're driving with a seatbelt. It's like, no, that's for the democracy. When I'm driving my, because I had a Class A. But, so when I'm driving, commercial terms, democracy, you see what I'm saying? I'm bound by, all the statutory side, the democracy side, the taxed and regulated side. See, taxed and regulated isn't for the republic. See, and Trump's a billionaire. He made his money in the democracy. He's a Democrat, man. Every billionaire is. The billionaires are basically against the rest of us. It's going to be a billionaire class and then the slave class. And it's what's happening is there's people are calling these businesses private, Google, Twitter, your local stores saying, hey, they can tell you to wear a mask. So they're creating laws now for the private. They're going to take the privacy. They're going to take the rights. The businesses are. And all these billionaires, these companies, these countries, they own all the major corporations. So that's why they're giving you you'll own nothing and be happy. So you'll own nothing, you'll have no rights, because all your rights stem from property. You only have a right to property, that's it. Most of you probably don't even understand it. You think you have a right to a car and a firearm and all this stupid shit. You only have a right to property. Every other right stems from that. But they give you this, you'll own nothing and be happy. Because you'll own nothing, you'll have no property, you have no rights, and you'll be happy, or you just won't be here. So that's what they're moving to. So I was going to touch on something else, so I kind of got sidetracked. But just talking about, the republic, the democracy, most people don't understand how the two operate, and that they're two jurisdictions all of their own. And the police have no jurisdiction in the republic, unless an actual crime has been committed where, and we're talking injured parties. We're talking somebody's called and it's, rape, murder, theft, because in the republic, you've got to stake a claim of a wrongdoing. So you got, if you got 5 seconds in one word, and if you can describe what somebody's done to you in 5 seconds or one word, you got a case. But if it takes more than 5 seconds and more than one word, chances are you're just complaining about some shit, and that's democracy side, where that's complaint driven. All the businesses, all the industry. See, all the industry is taxed, all the industry is regulated, so it doesn't supersede our freedom. The tax pays for the regulation. The regulation is, on the legal entities. Okay, you have what's legal, illegal. All right, lawyers control legal contracts. Everything public is legal. Okay, all these businesses that are in the public, all right, are operating legally, meaning that they are operating under legal contracts. It's just the language of the contract you're under. It's all legal means. So you're not doing anything illegal unless you've contracted to do it legally in the first place. Okay? So it's either, when you're not in the illegal system, it's right or wrong. So people are like, oh, you think you should go kill somebody, or you just go? No, it's like you have to understand, and most people don't have any these days. But when you jump out of the legal illegal system back into the right or wrong system, back into the republic, you're operating by common sense. Common laws arise from common sense. Statutory code does not arise from common sense. It arises from slick talking little shitbag attorneys. Excuse my language. I promised I wouldn't swear too much in my YouTube videos. But So I'm going to have some other videos coming up, but that's what we have to do. We have to stand up to law enforcement. We have to enforce our private law. In the Republic, we're operating privately, and we are self-governing, so we operate under our own private laws. Now, as long as they don't interfere with the rights of others, and nobody can come out and claim that I'm doing it wrong, then I'm not doing anything wrong. You know, and I can't, enforce laws on other people, okay, unless by contract. And now that's what the city and state are doing. You know, they pull you over and say, hey, license registration is like, oh, well, I'm not contracting. They just pull the gun out now. They force us into the jurisdiction now. And it all has to do with, there can't be any exercising of freedom. They force us all into the jurisdiction now because they need to continue borrowing. They have to continue borrowing more and more every year. So they need that excuse. Oh, look, all the industry created. When you're going down to get the license, you're claiming to be going into the driving industry. So they got to tax, they got to regulate, need more cops, need, to grow the department, when in actuality, you're not really entering into the driving industry. You just think you need a license to go exercise your freedom. So now they're growing this government and taxing and regulating, non-industry use of the road. And the government's growing and growing and growing. And now, people try to say, oh, I'm just exercising my freedom. No, you motor vehicle, you gotta be driving, you gotta need a license. And man, you look at these statutes and they're written in a way that they can't interfere with our right to self-govern. Know that. Every cowboy has the freedom to saddle up and go in this country. But not every cowboy has the freedom to, grab the reins and drive a team of horses down the trail. Because when they did that, it was always hop in, pay me a fee, or hop in, or throw your cargo in and pay me a fee, and I'll get it on down the trail. See, and hopping up, and you don't even have to saddle up. You can jump on a fucking horse. You don't even need a saddle. Any cowboy can jump on a fucking horse. Any cowboy can just saddle up and go. But hooking up the team of, 6 horses and then conducting commerce on the trail, you're jamming up the fucking way. I mean, it's going to be taxed. It's going to be regulated. Fast forwarding to today, what do we have? We have these legal entities created. Okay, well, the city of Vancouver regulates all the legal entities within the city of Vancouver limits. And what you also have to understand is you have 50 states, right? In this country? No, you have 100. You have 100. So you have Washington, and then you have the state of Washington. So you have the territory, the republic, and then you have the incorporated business franchise, the democracy side. So you have two sides. There's two sides of the coin. The United States is just a business. So you have the United States of America, you have Washington, which is the territory, the republic side, and the democracy side. See, so there's two cities of Vancouver. When I'm just speaking to my friends, like, hey, yeah, I live in the city of Vancouver, or yeah, come to Vancouver. I'm not saying come to the city hall. I'm not saying come down here to the East Precinct. I'm talking about the land, the territory. The city of Vancouver, not like the city of Vancouver restaurant, not, like Starbucks or Walmart, not a legal entity. Not where the people go down and clock in and, collect money for parking tickets and stuff down here at City Hall. No, not that city of Vancouver, not the business side of things. No, the freedom side of things. See, that's why when you go into court, you try, they open up these statutory courts, like, oh, no, I'm under common law. Like, oh, what's that? Oh, what's that? See, they only recognize the one side. They only recognize the one side. They pull us into their jurisdiction, yank us in at gunpoint now, and just railroad us to these courts, and then block access when we want to settle our differences with our fellow men. So they're really fucking up here. So, but anyways, that's it for this Saturday. Just wanted to make a short video. It's my first one I've done in a while. Truth Alert got shut down. So, just wanted to share some stuff with you guys. But I'm seeing a lot of videos. I watch high impact vlogs a lot, and Brian's, you know, he does pretty good presentations. But I there's a couple things that he talks about that were I don't like wrong. I mean, I don't like criticize him or anything. He does a really good job, but I just wish that man, I wish we could get together like a lot of the top YouTube guys, you know, talking about this and really sit down. Like, I've watched Brandon Tatum's stuff too. Brandon Tatum, man, he's lost. This guy's lost. Man. And, you know, Trump endorsed this guy. Trump got up and mentioned this guy. And Trump did that on purpose, man, because he wants people to follow guys like that. You know, because they just stay lost. Seriously, man. Trump didn't do nothing for us, man. He's helping these lawyers. He's helping the attorneys flip everything from public to private. I kind of saw it. I didn't. I mean, man. I did trust the plan. I really wanted all that to come true, but it was just too good to be true. And then, you know, during the presidency, you just saw too much happen on the side of fascism. And, you know, it's like, then he comes out wearing the mask and he's like, mandatory vaccines. He's like, oh, that's, you know, it's just signed, sealed, delivered, dude. He's part of the establishment. He's part of the establishment. So, but anyways, guys, I am out of here. You guys have a good one. Thanks for watching.